So I've never actually played a Gibson ES335 either. This belongs to Paul, who was kind enough to let me steal his 10-year-old son's SG. And so I thought when he offered to let me borrow this for a bit, I'd say absolutely yes. And this is before I played it. So yeah. So here's my big face after playing a Gibson ES335 for the first time, and if I had to summarize it, I feel like the experience is more like a fight, and I had cold hands at the time, so it's like a fight I was losing a lot of the time. But I think when you are winning the fight, it's got such a cool sound that it kind of makes it worthwhile. The guitar feels way different to any guitar that I play regularly, and you know, like on a Strat or, you know, one of these type of ergonomically suitable guitars, sometimes the notes don't have to always be fully intentional and you still get some cool things out of them, whereas with the ES335 I feel like it's encouraging you to be a bit more thoughtful, and you're not really just going to wing your way through a thing, especially if it's strung with 11s like this. You need to kind of commit to everything you play on it, and maybe that's what people like about it. But that's kind of my thoughts playing it. I think this is a really good example of one because it's lightweight-ish and sustains nicely, and I think sounds really good. But that's sort of how I would summarize my experience of playing ES335. If you cared, I appreciate you probably don't. So I guess my summary of playing this Gibson ES335 for the first time, if you've not held, I've held like Epiphone Casinos in my hands before and stuff like that. Certainly there's a lot of guitar, you know, there's no getting around that. It's quite a bulky instrument. I think once you get up to this sustaining stuff, it's got this lovely kind of sustaining activity going on. It's not easy to play these guitars. This is strung with 11s, so obviously quite a handful. The upper fret access is actually, I think, quite a lot better than a Les Paul. The neck thickness to me feels, you know, on par with like a Les Paul. It's lighter, but I think quite a versatile instrument. I can do my normal stuff on it, but obviously there's loads of other things that you can do with an ES335. It's not really, you know, like limited to any one genre or anything. You know, anyone from whoever to whoever has used one of these. You know, Larry Colton, we've got Robin Ford, Eric Johnson. All my favourite players really have played one at some point or another. Just a bit of guitar history really, and I think that's kind of part of what I feel like it's a bit of a weird thing to say, but that's maybe part of the feeling that you get, and maybe that's part of the thing with Gibson, is that you're feeling like you're tapping into a bit of history. They do seem to age quite quickly. I don't think this is even a terribly old model. 2015, like this is a 7-year-old guitar, and it looks much older. It's clearly not been bashed about or anything, but it seems like they age quite quickly. But yeah, can do a lot of stuff. A very versatile guitar, not super heavy, plays nicely even with 11s, no buzzing or anything, and I think, you know, tapping into some of that classic stuff.